Jeeps are meant to do Jeep things. Forgetting the unforgivable first-generation Compass, which offered an optional Rallye package with more plastic lower body cladding than a Pontiac parts department's circa 1993 and a few others, a Jeep had better be able to live up to the stories being told by that 7-slot grille, perhaps by being rated somehow for trails. Indeed, I have no doubts that this 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee L can manage just about any path, blazed or not, one might choose to follow. It's not likely happening anytime soon, not until this big 3-row SUV is on its 3rd or 4th owner and a set of more suitable wheels and tires have been put in place of the glossy 20-incher seen here. For now, the tarmac will be home with some side excursions on weekends down a dusty trail to a campsite, or maybe dragging a trailer up a slippery boat ramp. Perhaps. Let us see, then, if Pavement Rated is a virtue or an epithet. You know that I didn't venture deep into the muck if all of my photos are of a clean Jeep. I made that mistake before a few times, and have rewarded you with photographic proof of my driving hubris. After all, the all-wheel drive system fitted to my tester includes neither a low-range nor a locking differential. I'd have had to move well up the options list for either of these. Nope, this was all terre-paved very firma for the first 3-row Grand Cherokee, not the largest SUV to come from a Jeep showroom now that the Wagoneer is taking aim at Tahoe, Expedition, and Escalade, but still nicely sized. 3rd row space is actually decent for normal-sized humans. If you're shaped like I'm picture a guy who maybe was going to be a done linebacker but blew out his knee his junior year of high school and instead found his passion in stress testing Barcalanders, then the 3rd row is not the place for a cross-country journey, but most will be fine. Folding that 3rd row down yields 46.9 cubes of space, giving a bit more utility over the 2-row Grand Cherokee for Costco binges. Willys no, Pratt, Chrysler, no, damn it, it's Stellantis, right? Stellantis is doing some mighty nice things on their interiors when they want to. The Ram 1500 can be in with some lovely leather and comfy chairs, and the Pacifica does a nice job as well for interior comfort. This Grand Cherokee L, even in this mid-range limited trim, is just as nice, with plush perforated leather seats and nicely surfaced interior panels. I've been a fan of the Uconnect systems for a decade, ever since I bought mine departed town and country, and on the Wrangler I purchased to replace it. The Uconnect 5, which appeared initially in the Pacifica, is stellar, with snappy reactions to inputs and logical, intuitive controls for audio, comfort, and navigation. Mercifully, real knobs remain here for volume and tuning controls. I don't love the push across the industry toward knob-style shift controls, however. They work fine, I guess. But at least in this Grand Cherokee L, the knob doesn't give any appreciable improvement in available console real estate. I could afford more cup holders in the space afforded that knob, gosh darn it. Further, I always worry that I'll mistake it for a volume knob in a panic and decide to toss the truck into reverse when I'm trying to hear something. I never do, but the concern remains. The exterior styling is all too familiar Grand Cherokee. It's slowly evolved since crashing through the glass at the Detroit Auto Show back in the early 90s. It's generally handsome and understated and sure to blend into the background of suburbia quite soon. One minor quibble that I can't quite capture in photos: the grille, for lack of a better term, seems to have a bit of an overbite. When viewing the profile of the grille/headlamps, it feels as if the upper leading edge is somewhat forward of the bottom of the grille. It's subtle, but it looks a bit unbalanced to me. Should the trail turn gnarly, the front overhang seems sufficiently short to manage not bashing the bumper too severely. The rear overhang is a bit long, but with 8.5 inches of ground clearance, it should be fine once more appropriate tires are fitted. I'd have loved to see the optional air suspension system here. It's standard on higher trims, but I'm hearing it's hard to come by due to the ongoing chip shortage. This ain't a crossover, yet it's a unibody construction where most traditional rigs are body-on-frame. No, there is an incredible articulation since it wears 4-wheel independent suspension, but Stellantis engineers know what they are doing off-road. So should the need arise, this 2022 Jeep Grand Cherokee L can go well beyond the parking lot.